Hey guys, I just wanted to go over my game room. I saw this thread and I figured I'd put up a video of all the game stuff I've been collecting over the years. And I have a little small game room here. Figure I'd go over it all with you. Hopefully you could see it. And I'll just review everything I got real quick. Don't like to start with the best, but of course, got the Neo Geo AES. It's probably my favorite system. That or the Sega Genesis. It would be the favorite if it wasn't so expensive. It's a US AES. It's immaculate. Very, very low serial number, only 15,000 or so. Very high quality AES sticks with absolutely zero fade on the Neo Geo. You can see they're covered in dust. In fact, this one was never used. Doesn't even have a cracked ball. And if anyone knows, has a Neo Geo, you can see a nice little cracked ball here, which is completely normal. These are all new old stock games. They're brand new. They still have the stickers on them. You know, Ninja Combat, 3-Count Bout, Ghost Pilots. Samurai Shodown 2 is probably my favorite game of all time. Riding Hero is okay. Magician Lore, which is impossible. Soccer. This is Football Frenzy. I used RGB 21 Japanese. This is a SCART cable, which doesn't work without a converter, which I still need. Samurai Shodown 3, Fatal Fury 2, Fatal Fury 1, and these are all pretty much brand new games. This is the arcade converter. Inside this box is basically allows you to play much cheaper MVS versions of the carts, which I also have a stack of. Down here, there's my mass arcade stick. It simply plugs into the Neo Geo, and that's why these guys don't get any use. I just use these. These sticks are good, but I just prefer the arcade feel. Got the Halo Legendary Edition box, which I don't know why I got that. I just got it. Nintendo 64 collects dust because I'm tired of the games at this point. 2 Sega Saturns, 2 Model 2 Genesises, which have inferior sound. Over here is my other Neo Geo. It's a Game Room Classics mini system here. It's got a little SanDisk memory card. You pick the game, you press start, it goes. It's got to load it up. On the side over here, you got Metal Slug 2, Top Players Golf, the original Samurai Shodown, League Bowling, King of Fighters, and King of the Monsters. Metal Slug 2 is a broken game, so it's ported over perfectly. Unfortunately, it's just got dramatic slowdown everywhere. It's like just almost unplayable compared to it. So they released Metal Slug X about a year later, I think 99 or 2000, which fixes it. But the picture here is perfect RGB. It's beautiful, very nice 13-inch monitor. Yeah, I'm in love with it. That's it. You just pick the games and off you go. You know, it's a pretty loud system. It's 2-player. I replaced it with these are actually the HAP American joysticks. These are real buttons here. So you just hit the buttons down here. You enter the quarters, and when you're done, you just hit this, and you go back and you pick your other game right here. So it's pretty interesting. Down here is my lesser of my 2 little mini cabs. It's this Midway. It's got a bunch of games. Defender, Sinistar. I like Joust is my favorite. Satan's Hollow is kind of good. Robotron is actually a really good game because it uses both these controllers here. So it doesn't necessarily need all these buttons. And also, I opened this thing up. It's just an old Chinese TV set with a yellow AV cable hooked up to it. So the colors are way off on this thing. It's just an AV, you know, tapper on there as well. It's fun and all. But, you know, I don't play it that much. Over here is, I'm going to start doing my console stuff. ColecoVision, this was my first console. I had one when I was 3. I remember playing it. I remember playing Smurfs on it. It's got the ColecoVision Expansion 1. This still works, however, the color chip is no longer working, so it's mostly just green colors. Typical games, you know, Avenger, Gorf, Donkey Kong, Baseball, Smurfs, Burger Time, Ladybug, all those games. Here's a very average Atari 2600 games. Combat, one of my favorites, just a tank game. It's 2-player, it's fun. Here's one of the lesser-known consoles, Starpath, Supercharger. It's pretty neat. It increases the size of the games possible by a massive amount. I don't know what, but like it's an incredible amount. It's a pretty neat system. You take these tapes here, you know, Mind Master or Killer Satellites or Communist, just look how old this is, Communist Mutants from Outer Space, Suicide Mission, you know, all this pre-PC stuff, which I love. And you put these tapes in a cassette player, You rewind them, you press play, and you plug this into the headphone jack, and it picks up the game, and it plays, and it simply sits in. Unfortunately, it does not fit in here because of this plastic casing, so I literally have to take apart this unit to make it fit, otherwise it won't reach. And that's about it. Down here is Atari Jaguars. They got a little Iron Soldier playing through right now. One thing I noticed is, and this happened to my original Jaguar CD as well back. I bought it brand new, and I bought my Jaguar brand new back in the day for $50 from EB after they canceled it. And you get this wavy stuff on the left-hand side. You probably can't see it now because it's too bright in the room. But on the left-hand side, you get this wavy crap, wavy interference. Well, other than that, it works pretty well. If I pull the CD unit out, it works without that wavy stuff. And if you're wondering if my CD unit works, yes, it does. Starts right up. I don't have any games for it though, unfortunately. So it just, as you can see, it plays the disc. It goes. The other Jaguar does not work at all. 32X collection, pretty much all the basic games. I guess the rarest game I have is Knuckles Chaotix. Nothing crazy. Typical Super NES games, Yoshi Island being like my rarest. Super Game Boy, and Game Genie, Super Tennis. It's all my Genesis. This is my favorite system. All the Streets of Rages except for 3. You know, Castle Illusion, all the Sonics, some Codemasters games, Altered Beasts. I mean, these are Earthworm Gems. Ranger X, very, very good game. And I'm working through Dynamite Heady right now as we speak. One Sega CD 32X game. If you guys have any more, let me know. I'm trying to collect them. Typical Sega CD games, Sonic CD being the best. Or actually, no, Heart of the Alien. That's the best game. Only 3 Saturn games. You know, Virtual Fighter 2, Daytona USA, and then typical Sega CD games. I just got a PlayStation 2. I've never played one before. I went Xbox. I didn't even deal with it. So I got all these games from Five Below, mostly Neo Geo, Battle Arcade, Coliseum, King of Fighters, things like that, and Trigger Man, which is garbage. World Heroes Anthology. Gran Turismo 3, pretty good game, but it's going to take me a while to beat. And then Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube, probably the best game on the GameCube, and Mario Kart. That's it. That's all I have on that side. Super Nintendo's hooked up via S-Video. Jaguar by that stupid RF cable. Still waiting for an RGB cable. PS2 hooked up by a component. Here's my Genesis stack. You have to use a Model 1 Sega Genesis, otherwise you're getting crappy sound. That runs through this little converter I got here. You can't see it too well, but see it says Genesis there. Takes a 21-pin RGB outputs component. It looks amazing on this Wega Trinitron right here. I mean, that's just RF right there, and it looks good. Typical Dreamcast. Some more GameCube games. I got the Game Boy adapter. I repaired the NES so it plays games actually. Very, very common Dreamcast stuff. I have nothing in terms of way of Dreamcast. Here's some Intellivision games. I don't have a system yet. Let's see. It's just all my MVS games down here. Metal Slug, you know, Samurai Showdown 4, 3, Aero Fighters. It's extra controllers. Got some brand new GameCube controllers if you want to play Mario Kart. My Neo Geo stuff. You know, League Bowling. Over here, some zappers, some GameCube controllers. Over here, I'll show you what this is for. This is actually for this. This is my favorite thing. This is my Neo Geo 4-slide MVS. Everything works except for these mini marks up here, which those OLED paper things just don't work. That works perfectly. That even uses the memory card, which is currently in use. You know, you just pull these out. You could save your game, continue games. So you have all that. I love it. I got one of those multi-carts in there, 121. And in this box here is a degausser. It's basically a magic wand that you plug in and wave around. And it keeps the screen degaussed, otherwise you got all these weird colors on the side. That's it. That's pretty much all I got. Just a big video game fan. And I mostly just play the Sega Genesis and running through Rayman on PlayStation. I used to have it for the Jaguar, but they want crazy money for it, so PlayStation as it is. through component, it looks beautiful. Dynamite heady, looks amazing, you know. And currently running through Iron Soldier right now, so I'm going to get back to that. And any questions, just PM me. Thanks a lot, guys.